Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness by Rabbi Matt Shapiro.
So we're going to take a few moments just to take some deep breaths in a second. If anyone's listening to this, I was just talking with the broad number of people who I'm currently in the Zoom room with about how calm is not necessarily my natural state, but that's exactly why this is so important.
And people were surprised, I'm sure.
And people were very surprised. That's right. I just came out of a meeting before this about high holidays, and it's easy in any year to get just a little stressed and spun out about everything that Tishrei holds, and particularly as we enter into year 2 of Tishraying in a pandemic when we all hoped it would be over by now, and in some ways it's much safer, and in other ways it's still very present. It's stressful and it's anxiety provoking. And I was looking at a parsha, and I knew what I was going to be focusing on today, and it feels particularly important coming out of that meeting. The very, very last pasuk of this week's parasha is talking about the different ways in which we would come forward during pilgrimage festivals to bring offerings in the temple to God. And the very last pasuk says, Ish kamatnat yado, that each person with something in his hand, Kavirchat Adonai Elohecha asher natan lach, according to the blessing of God that God has given you. So each person brings forward according to the blessing that God has given them. Meaning you bring whatever is yours, which is nice, an individualized way of thinking about what each one of us has to offer. And Rabbi Shimshon Raphael Hirsch puts an even finer point on it in terms of where my mind went. He says very simply, Kol echad lafi midat yecholto, that each person should bring whatever they're able to bring, whatever they like, yachol, right? Bring what you can. That's the expectation. Don't bring what someone else can bring. Don't bring anything that's not possible for you to bring. Just bring what you can bring. And I think for me that's such an important and a lovely thought to hold, that all I can do is all I can do. There's no expectation for me to do anything more. There's no expectation for me to do anything less. I still need to give my all. I still need to bring everything that I can bring, but there's no expectation that I can bring any more than that, which heading into this Tishrei feels really, really, really important to hold on to. So I'm going to invite us to pause, and I'm going to invite us to sort of hold on to that intention as we take some nice deep breaths, that everything I am doing right now, as long as I'm fully investing myself in it, that's the expectation. Nothing less, but also nothing more. And for me, that's feeling really centering and helpful. So we're going to get nice and comfortable in a posture that will bring us into the, as Rabbi Kligfeld likes to say, poised rest. For me, that involves sitting up a little straighter than I usually do, shoulders back, neck up, relaxing my jaw, because my jaw tightens up when I'm feeling stressed, feet on the ground. But whatever it is for you that helps you feel a little more at attention and also still a little more restful and centered than you usually do. I'm going to set this timer for 5 minutes, inviting us to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth, centering in this idea of just bringing all that I can bring, nothing more and nothing less. If you notice your mind drifting a bit, that's okay. And if you'd like, I'll invite you to just bring your attention back to this concept of enoughness and presence in that. And remembering, as I often try to remind myself, that even just one moment of bringing my attention back to the breath is a moment of successful meditation, and that is also enough as we continue to anchor ourselves in the breath for a few more minutes. I invite you to take one more nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with that, offering that whatever you're doing, whatever I'm doing, I'll direct this back at me. I'll give it my all, and I'll offer up everything that I have to offer, and that's what's expected of me, and nothing more than that. I'll invite myself, and I'll invite you to hold that as you move through your day and as you move into the rest of the week.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.